Here we are, people. Another live. Let's do it. Let's go. To None the Miser. It's really me. It's not the Jericho clone, whoever that may be. Um, man, our thoughts runneth the fuck over, don't they? Um, First of all, make sure you catch me on Spotify, Rumble, Recoil TV, 20% off all green gear, brand new designs. Hope to get mine in the mail soon so I can put it on and show you how beautiful it really looks. Hello to everybody: Luca, Kathy, John, DB, Terry, C. Tron, everybody. What's up? Maricopa, Arizona. I can only imagine. Let me guess. Let me do my best impression of an Arizona weatherman. Okay, here we go. It's hot and seen. Thank you. Let's see. Let me go back. Hold on. No, it's not Christmas. It's really it's me live. It's not Christmas. Yeah, Bob K. Mitt. Yeah, tell everybody to get their ass over here. If you ain't here, you're in the wrong damn spot. Few things I want to cover today. Of course, our I can't call him that. The guy that lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, he can't sell us to China fast enough. If he could put a rocket engine on the boat he's selling us down the river in, he would. Womanhood is dead. I'm gonna get into that, but from what I've seen, yeah, it's in its final phases. It's in the throes of death. It's 1 foot in the grave. I mean, shit. You got. I'll get into that a little bit more. Kathy is right. Hit that like button, subscribe, all that good shit. Juicy, he's free, I guess. It's like dog years. Dog years are longer than regular years, so I guess in the justice system, it's reverse dog years. It's the Benjamin Button sentence where 150 days to us is really 6 to the elites. There's 2 justice systems. Okay, there's got money and don't got money. That's it. Cancel all of this white privilege bullshit. Cancel any other color bullshit, any other color privilege, because the only privilege is green privilege. You got it. If you got that money, don't worry about it. You're free. Free as a bird. So, and that reminds me, one of the worst Steven Seagal movies I ever saw, Out for Justice. And he's telling this guy, he plays an Italian cop from New York, from Brooklyn. You don't know a bad accent until you hear Steven Seagal do an Italian American. But he's telling the story about how this mobster he hung out with threw this guy in the fucking trunk. And the guy goes, "What happened when he opened the trunk?" And Steven Seagal goes, "He took off like a bird." Anyway, Juicy's free. His cage has been opened. He is free to hoax at will. And also, like my last video, people are going to start protecting themselves. Cavalry, once you know the cavalry's not coming, now I'm not saying we should be relying on the cavalry, the 911 that we dial and shit like that. But what I am saying is we pay a lot of money so that we don't have to rely on ourselves as much. If we call that, they'll come, and we pay for a general sense of sanity, calm, peace, not being beaten and attacked in the streets by people who are mentally unstable. And Ohio, we got a new concealed carry law. And let me start with that. So, yeah, I'll get to that, the classic Jericho intro. But so I want to start with that. The last video I did yesterday or this morning was I was talking about, basically the title of the video was, they're going to fuck around and make us protect ourselves. Being, if you allow chaos to run rampant in the streets, because this is the fruits of their labor. All this defund the police and police are bad and no bail and don't worry about it. Anything short of catching you with the bloody knife in your hand, you're free to go. Now you're seeing this shit. Now the message has gotten out to the people who don't give a fuck, who like to commit crimes, who may have some mental issues. Now they know it's the Wild Wild West, wide open, do whatever I want. So I was talking about that, and I mentioned the Ohio concealed carry, the new concealed carry law now, and it takes effect in mid-June. Now anybody can have a concealed carry. You don't have to apply. You don't have to do anything. Come to mid-June, and it said not everybody. So by that, I'm assuming like other gun laws, you can't be a felon or something. It said qualified Ohioans is what it said. But there was some confusion on what I meant. So, and shout out to Steve Marsh. I was going back and forth with him today on YouTube and in the comment section, and it's good to disagree about things. He saw some things differently than I did. I hope we both walked away having learned something. I did. I saw his point of view. But I want to be clear. What I meant by, and maybe I chose the wrong words, but what I meant by I said you have to train every year. You should have to go to some kind of training every year. Now, what I meant by that was not that the government should make you, because more government is bad. More government is like adding more laxative. It's just going to get more messy and more gross. Okay? We don't need more government. What I'm saying is the government, state or federal, should provide free training for gun owners in America. They should incentivize people to come to these trainings and keep your skills sharp, because a firearm is the ultimate say-so. You could take somebody's life with that. You can also protect somebody's life, but you might have to take a life to protect one, is my point. So that's where I think the government should get involved. The government should only be involved to our benefit, should never be to their benefit, only to ours. And the government incentivizes people to do bad shit all the time, the breakdown of the family, welfare, shit like that. So they should incentivize people to do good things for once. And I think that's something that people should be incentivized to do. Make it a family thing. Maybe you complete this gun training, you get a free Glock. I don't know, partner with somebody. But I don't think there's such a thing as too much training, especially with a firearm. Train. But no, in no way do I think that the government should make us do anything. Yes, the Second Amendment says you have the right to bear arms and it should not be infringed. But the Declaration of Independence also says that we have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So what I'm saying is I don't think every right is absolute, meaning if you have the right to liberty and the pursuit of happiness, you can still go to jail or prison. There goes your liberty. And unless you like dick and balls, you're not going to be pursuing much happiness in there. So there are certain situations where our rights can be fucked with. And if it's by your own doing, you commit a crime or something like that, then like I said, there goes your liberty and your pursuit of happiness. Now, as far as the Second Amendment, I've said this many times. If you're a law-abiding citizen, the government should be giving you a gun every year. Okay? Like I said, they should only be involved to our benefit, to only benefit us. But again, why not push training for those firearms? And I don't believe if you have a violent criminal record, you should be allowed to have a firearm. Now, should we take it by case basis? I don't know. I know somebody who's a very good friend of mine, and he committed a crime a long time ago, did prison time, served his time. He's a great guy. He's a great father, great friend. He works. He contributes to society, but he committed a violent crime. So that would put his right to bear arms in jeopardy. And it has. He can't have one. But if you're doing everything right, then yes, you should have all the spoils of the Constitution. Yes, fuck off, government. You're terrible at what you do. You're incompetent. I'm way smarter than you. And I may not have the plaques on the wall, and I didn't go to these prestigious schools that your rich parents probably gave money to get you in there. But no, the government's terrible. Fuck them. It should be on us. And why not go back to the days where kids learned gun safety and how to use a gun and everything In school, kids used to take guns to school. They had gun racks in their vehicles with guns in them, and they would bring them to school to train. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with all of our citizens knowing basic firearm safety and basic firearm operation? I don't see anything wrong with that. Because if you ain't doing shit wrong, government, then don't worry about what I got. Why can't I have 100 guns? And then Biden says, "Oh, you don't need an AR-15 with 100 rounds. Where's my porridge?" Well, I don't give a damn what you say. I can have 200 rounds if I want. What's the problem? If you're not doing shady shit, who cares? Now, knock out some of these super chats, shall we? And last week, if I missed your super chat, I am very sorry. I don't think I did. I tried to do a very good job at getting them all. Maybe I did, and if I did, I'm very sorry because that was not my intention. So, here we go. We're getting there, people. We're getting there. Bear with me. What's that dude's name who had the was it the Mutual of Omaha or whatever? That mountain dude, he had the pet bear. What's that dude's name? You talk about a man's man. That was a shit back in the day. Okay, here we go. We go back up to the top here and make sure I didn't forget nothing. We'll get some comments and stuff, maybe some questions out of the way. Good damn evening to everybody. And what I mentioned earlier about the classic Jericho intro. So back in the day when I was just starting this shit, the intros to my videos was different. I used to say, good damn morning or whatever, and I'd be like Jericho Green giving you that uncircumcised commentary in your ear holes to the bristle. So I might bring that back. That shit's hilarious. Get all 10 inches of this uncircumcised commentary. Give you a cigarette after. Don't worry about it. Okay. Slate Dragon 935. Hey, you Jericho. Love your content. Thank you for keeping it real and being a part of my work schedule. Hey, man. Thank you for making me a part of your work schedule. I appreciate that shit. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. James Henley. Now all the Hunter Biden laptop stuff is coming out from the left. Yeah, man, that's some crazy shit. I want to talk about that too. Yeah, what happened to that? I do think, as a parent, you have your life. Your kids have their life. Your kids might be into some real crazy, fucked up shit, and that's okay. But if you're running for the president of the United States, well, we have to expand our view of what's going on. We have to look past just you because of the position you're taking. So yeah, if your son's all fucked up and he's overseas getting you mixed in with deals, referring to you as the big guy and whatnot and giving you a slice of the pie, yeah, we need to know about that shit. And that probably would have kept you out of office. Andrea Murray, I'm gonna say Andrea. I'm gonna take a stand. Andrea Murray. Thank you very much. Love your videos. I appreciate it. You are the reason that I keep making them. So thank you very much, you guys. Let me get a couple more out of the way. Booyakasha. There's another one. Yeah, this is a dude this is a person who mentioned it. DB Telecom, classic JG intro. Open your ear hole and let me in. That's right. To the bristle, to the base. What they call that? The base of this information shaft. All right. We got another one. Tony Z, thank you very much. It says, where do I get a hat like you're wearing? These are actually on my website, the Teespring link. You can get it in the description box of any of my videos. And yeah, man, I come up. These are all my designs. If an idea hits me, I'll go write it down or something, a little notepad I got, or I'll give a call to the person who designs my shit. And yeah, so check out, and you can promo code 1984 for 20% off of this very piece you referred to. And one more now. Josh Faust, what's up, man? The USA, first, thank you. The USA is so great that even the people that hate it won't leave. You damn right. That's what I'm saying. America is nowhere near perfect, okay? If perfect is here where I am, or if America is here where I am, perfect, you can't even see it on the horizon. Not even close to it. But we're the best option on this planet, period. Tell me another one. And that ain't a fucking Norwegian country or something, those Nordic countries. But yeah, we know about that shit. I've heard that before. Those countries are much smaller than us, so we can't model ourselves after them. They have things. There's things that they don't worry about that we do. Like we provide their military forces for them. You ever heard of the the army of Denmark? No. Shout out to my man Dave P. He's from Denmark. I'm just fucking with you. Okay, what's up from Hershey, Pennsylvania? Mike. Love from the D, baby. Oh man. Thank you everybody for coming in. I appreciate it. Carving out some of your day for me. And what I'm doing is shout out to Hayden Phoenix. Good damn evening, American. Same to you. Appreciate it. Gator Malice. Preach to us, Jay. I will. I'm about to get my handkerchief, get behind the pulpit. Man, I tell you, when I was a kid, shout out to Reverend Franklin, RIP. He was a pastor at my church growing up, New Hope Baptist Church in Seaside, California. I think it's on the corner of Noche Buena and Sonoma. And as a kid, I'm going to keep it really real, okay? As a kid, church is boring, all right? Boring. So anything after Sunday school, I wasn't in for it, but we had to sit there. But I was bored out of my mind. So Reverend Franklin, it'd be getting close. It'd be the benediction, right? The last prayer. After this prayer, we out. Okay. You could. The doors, the ushers are opening the doors. People are getting their stuff together. After this prayer, we're out of here. Man, that prayer would be 20 minutes. I'd be like, oh my goodness, get me out of here. But Reverend Franklin could preach something. To Izzy Reyna, what's up, Jericho? My family and I love you. Hey, much love to you guys too. I appreciate it. I love that F word, family. Hey, from Massachusetts, Boston. You pocket card in the hobby yard. How sick do you get of people saying that shit? You tell me you're from Massachusetts. Oh man. Okay, Dusty D. Good evening. Good evening to you, man. Good damn evening from Scottsdale, AZ. I was in Scottsdale when B. Tatum had his book signing, man. Scottsdale is beautiful. Scottsdale is like Carmel, near where I used to live, is near Monterey, California. It's like Carmel spread out in the desert. Scottsdale was awesome. Hot as shit, though. Rhonda says, hello, Jericho. What's up, Rhonda? Help me, Rhonda. Okay. All right. So one of the things I want to talk about is how Bidenis Pervertis, our grandpa in chief, Mr. Hey, this isn't the mall. We are the world, right? How he cannot sell us down the river to China fast enough. Now, not only is he handing it over on a silver platter by fucking up with inflation and the gas prices, and do not get it twisted. When the left is telling you that it's all Putin's fault, you must know it's not all Putin's fault. Whatever they say, do a 180 and go in the opposite direction, and chances are you will be right. Okay, because our gas prices were going through the roof. They were high as giraffe pussy way before this kicked off between Russia and Ukraine. Maybe if you're old enough to remember, if you're an infant, probably not. But if you're at least 2 years old, you remember that when the sweet and sour snipples kicked off in America and they brought the world's greatest economy to a fucking halt, when they literally took people's jobs from them, well, now you have to subsidize that income. So here come the stimulus checks, making it rain on all us hoes, right? So they're spitting out the stimulus checks. And again, I'm gonna say 40% because that's what my memory's telling me. I could be wrong, but either way, the number's too damn high. But I'm pretty sure. All right, I'm gonna say 25. Between 25 and 40% of the money ever printed in America. We've been around for a minute. 25 to 40% of the money ever printed was printed in that 2-year span, in that sweet and sour sniffles span. So no matter what it is, whether it be a commodity, a good, a service, or cash, if you flood the market with it, it loses value. Okay? It loses value. Right? So when I was on my ship, the USS Seattle AOE 3, it's been decommed, but whatever. I try not to think about it. But when we were on our ship, it was 700 people on our ship. 630 of them were dudes. There were only 70 women. So you better believe when a new female recruit was coming on board from boot camp or something, there was a male there was a male sailor there like, evening shipmate. Let me come on in. What division are you? Let me get that bag for you. Let me show you around. When you're done settling in, come back, meet me here. I'll show you around the ship. There was a lot of that. Okay, why? Because there weren't that many women. That's why they held in such high regard. That's why they were treated that way. There were too many dicks on board, not enough clams. Yeah, okay? That's why. So when you flood the market with something, it loses value, including cash. Now, not only is that the reason why, but then you start messing with the fuel supply. We don't get enough fuel and energy from Russia for it to affect us like this in such a short amount of time. Okay, it has something to do with the Keystone pipeline. There's a little bit of that. And also, when that ginger turd was up there talking about how, hey, we approve the permits for these oil companies, they just don't want it. They're sick of cash. They don't want it. It's oil companies' fault. Those pieces of shit don't want to drill more oil and make money hand over fist and make fuel cheaper for you Americans. It's them. And now notice in both instances, it's either Putin or it's the oil companies, not, damn, we fucked up. We put this mushmouth, pudding-eating son of a bitch in office, and look what he's doing. They didn't say that. Okay, so it's the oil company's fault. But it turns out all these permits they're approving are for shitty land with no oil. So what oil company wants to drill where there's no oil? It's in the title, oil company. But the places that are oil rich, that's where all these hoops to jump through and red tape and shit, and they can't get a hold of it. So it sounds to me like it's not Putin's fault. It's not the oil company's fault. It's the one jumping down, up and down, yelling about whose fault it is. As usual, incompetent. You know what? I think that this Hunter Biden laptop shit, that now all of a sudden it's real. Before it was, what was it? Disinformation. It was Russian propaganda. They were trying to affect our elections and blah, blah, fucking blah. That's what they told us. Russian disinformation. That laptop isn't real. It's a right-wing conspiracy. Now the New York Post is saying, yeah, that shit's real. And then they get in trouble for that. The New York Times came up, yeah, that shit's real. So I think that this is going to be how they get Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, that cackling Hua, the politician who went horizontal so her career can go vertical. Ask Mayor Willie Brown's penis. I'll tell you all about it. Okay? So I think this is how they're going to slip her in there. Biden, you're connected to your son. There's too much shady shit. You're fucking up. You got to go. You got to go face the music. Okay? So now, second in charge. Here comes Kamala. She don't know where she's at. Confused, awkward, all that shit. But she'll be in charge. So who's her VP going to be? Do you think that liver-spotted demon sitting next to her at the State of the Union address might have a suggestion for her? You think that gargoyle that sits atop skyscrapers until nightfall might have a suggestion for her? Hey, why don't we get the California ban back? Man, hey, Kamala, you can hook up with my nephew, Gavin Newsom, man. He can be your VP, man. You think she won't suggest that? Or I'm sorry, suggest. You think she won't make that shit happen? People. You think we're doing bad with Kamala Harris and Biden in office? And as weird as this sounds, I can't believe I'm saying it, but at least Biden's in charge. Because if she's in charge and Gavin Newsom it, these are humans we're dealing with. Our capability for evil is boundless, bottomless, boundaryless. It can be done, but man, if it was, that's a fucked up order there. But I think that's how they're going to do it. That's how they're going to get him out of there. That's how they're going to get Kamala in there. I think that before they were going to do the 25th Amendment, Biden's crazy. We all know that. But I think this is how they're going to get it in there. And how much coke was he on? Because knowing what's in your laptop, You just drop it off to Joe Schmo, the laptop repair guy? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Your mind was swimming in coke. I figured you would know some guy that knows some guy that can take care of this without word getting out and keep all your weird, freaky shit under wraps. But you just put it under your arm, Googled laptop repair, and dropped it off there, man. You're dumb as fuck. And the dumb fruit doesn't fall far from the senile tree. So finally, and this very well could have kept and should have kept Biden out of office. Now you're stroking Ukraine's yellow and blue dick. Before, I seen the video, you seen the video too. Him up there pulling strings saying, hey, you either get this investigation into my son dropped or you ain't getting your fucking money. Bragging about it. 3 years ago. This is how they're going to get him out of there. All the shit they're going to find. And now they're going to focus on the laptop. Now they're going to bring out all the shit in the laptop so they can get him out of there. So Kamala can get up there. She is a puppet. Whoever has their hand jammed up her ass, manipulating her mouth, is who she's going to speak for. That's it. We've seen it. How many different times you got to see her change colors depending on who she's in front of? The worst chameleon ever. I'm telling you. Fucking bird. That woman is disgusting. Let's get some of these super chats out of the way. Shall we? All right, hold on now. St. Louis checking in. What's up? What's up? Cal G, what's up? Chandler. China is communist. That's right, Chris. Don't forget it. A lot of love from Arizona. I appreciate it. The hottest state in our union. By far. Okay, hold on. Go to view comments. Bam. Okay, hold on. Idaho checking in. Trump 2024. That's right, Sam. But, I mean, that would be interesting. Trump, I mean, would he want to come back? Who's his VP going to be? I think if it's based on how bad they're doing, yeah, he's winning a fucking landslide, but we've all seen what they're capable of, you know? Okay, let's see. World famine, yeah. Shit very well could. All these supply chain breakdowns, shit's too expensive. Libs are ruining America. 605 for gas in California. You are finding the cheap stuff. LA Thorne, I wouldn't put my hand anywhere near her. Even if I was into, oh yeah, well, hold on. I'm going to leave the rest of that comment there. But yeah, I feel you. Oh, man. Okay, Eric Davidson, I want to know exactly who is really currently in charge. Well, if you look at Kamala's interview she did with Charlemagne the God, and I quote, it's Joe Biden, it's Joe Biden, it's Joe Biden, end quote. That's what she said. She said it's Joe Biden. But like I said, if you look at who's saying it, if it's one of them turds from the left, do a 180 and you'll probably be right. Yes, Blue 22, cocaine is a hell of a drug. Pete Mitchell, hey JG, what up, Pete? Stephen Miller says Biden is 2 times the moron as Carter was. Prepare, people. You damn right. You thought I wouldn't mind having Carter in there now. Shit. Unless you're a hostage in what was that, Lebanon or something? But yeah, I mean Carter wasn't that Jerry says, hello, Jericho from Baltimore. Ain't got shot yet. Hey man, good for you. You're doing better than most over there in that fucking war zone. Sam says Biden sniffs hair and enjoys kids rubbing his leg. Yeah, corn pop. Corn pop. Remember that? Man, when he was on the campaign trail in 2020, he was dropping jewels every single day. I mean, he would just, each campaign stop after the next was just, what the fuck did he just say? My goodness, man. If you thought that was his worst, then you didn't know what was coming in his presidency. That fool is a mush-mouthed turd. Like I always say, man, he should be pawn side. He should be sitting by a pawn feeding stale bread to ducks. Period. That's where he belongs. So let's do some of these super chats right quick, shall we? Yeah. Okay. So the reason I'm doing it the slow way is because I don't want to pass by them. I want to make sure I get them all. All right. So bear with me. Okay, got one. Boom. This is from Becca. What's up, girl? Appreciate it. Thank you. It says, me, JG, me and my identical twin sister love your impressions. Keep telling it like it is. Hey, thank you. These are impressions I've been doing, my whole life, just talking shit. So thank you. Glad to know people have noticed. Hey, yo, hey. That is definitely one of my favorites in New Yorker. Hey, come here, you fucking jerk. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, Pecan Pie says, I'm having some issues with the mic. Okay, am I moving? Let's try to stay right here. After James says you need to team up with MAGA Hulk, aka Stephen Davis. I was actually on a live stream with that dude, man. He's hella cool. I think he's out there in Arizona too with Maricopa Strong. Both cool dudes. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Like I said, man, he's a cool motherfucker. I did the live stream with him. Very knowledgeable dude too. Hey, I wouldn't mind it. Make it happen. Jane says, good evening, Jericho. Love your live. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Or like the kids say, preach. And Redfish says, thank you for your service from another veteran. Thank you very much. Whatever branch you were in. If you weren't in the Navy, I'm sorry to hear that, but I still appreciate your time and putting your body on the line for this great country. Policeman Plays says, at Jericho, good damn evening from the shitty state of New York. Yeah, man, they just bending you guys over. They don't even spit on it out there, but they don't do it in California either. Both competing for most fucked up state in the union. We got you guys by a half a step, though. We're keep up, New York. You got Gavin, bang your wife Newsom out here wanting to give $400 fuel rebates to people. And here's the kicker, guys. Here's the kicker. You get a $400 rebate even if you don't drive. Hold up. If it's a fuel rebate, then shouldn't you only get it for buying fuel? Forgive me. I went to public school. Shout out to Chris English for the super chat. And this is the same Chris English that I really appreciate your continued support for sticking with me and being so generous. So thank you very much, Chris. Good looking out for the dub, or as we used to call it back in the day, a twomp. Joe Duff says, I have to pull over if I can before Jericho does his Biden impression. I almost died more than once laughing. I'm sorry, man. I'm not trying to make you wreck your vehicle or hurt yourself, but don't tell me, tell him. Tell him to stop sounding like some old man who has hard candy in his pocket. It's not me, it's him. That mushmouth dumbass. He said, remember when he said, oh, never mind. And he's our representative. He's our sales rep to the world. Shit. My goodness. So let me get another super chat here. Got one. Oh, Christian, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat, man. He's my Canadian connection. Good evening, hoser. You fucking hoser, eh? Hey, what's up, man? And shout out to your son too up there, protecting that great country, America's hat, despite having a soft handshake, wimpy, deep V-neck turd as your leader. And I use that term loosely. Justin Trudeau is a grade A piece of shit. Okay. Liberally incompetent. Good looking out. What the fuck is this? Okay. 2A, the Second Amendment, now and forever, to defend yourself from foreign and domestic government. I would say we need to protect ourselves from our own government more than anybody. Who from another country is going to come over here and fuck with us? Nobody. And something as big and powerful as America can only be taken down from the inside. I think they could have left out the foreign part. Because I'm not worried about no damn foreign power. I'm worried about our own damn government trying to sell it. Here, China, take us. Take America. China's like, wait, I don't want to take them right now. Biden's like, here, please. It's a nuisance being number one. Yeah. Okay. Not another St. Mary Jan. Ashley, what's up? I appreciate it. Jericho, you make me laugh all the time. I'm pretty sure when I listen to you in the car, I'm laughing. People are driving, giving me funny looks. Hey, the haters are going to hate. All right, haters are going to hate, Ashley. You just enjoy yourself. Okay. We get so few moments to enjoy ourselves. Life has a way of opening its distended rectum and shitting all over it. So when you get your bright spots, girl, you bask in them. Okay, bask. James Henley, what's up? I think I forgot James last time. So, hey, shout out to you, James. I forgot to do your stuff. But anyway, sending $13.6 billion to Ukraine, 554,000 homeless people in the U.S. That would be $2,045 a month for a whole year to every single homeless person in the whole country at same cost. But that should solve way too many issues, right? Yeah, man, they can't, again, if it benefits us, they should do it. If it doesn't, they shouldn't. So, but they have it backwards. If it benefits us, they're like, what the fuck? No, don't do that. Don't take care of the homeless problem. Don't take care of one of the number one issues that people have in this country. Their safety is the homeless. This shit is out of control, man. And I learned in the last city that I lived in. Hold on, Mr. Wilk. Congrats on your growth, JG. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. You'd be surprised there are people out there who don't want to see people go. Weird. But yeah, man, that's how it be. But in the city I used to live in Salinas, California, I have a friend of mine who does a lot of events and things for law enforcement. And the mayor, and she's hold on, one more super chat and I'll finish what I'm saying. Liberally incompetent again. Thank you. It said I'm a salty member of the Green Squad. The saltiest, man. The ocean don't got shit on our salt content. But my buddy, so he spends time at these events with law enforcement, and the mayor's there. The mayor was talking to her about the homeless issue and how, oh, I don't know what the fuck I just did. Anyway, he was talking to her about the homeless issue and how people are thinking, there's no programs for them. There's nowhere for them to go. Like, these people are just out on the street and there's nowhere for them to go. The city's just not providing space for these people to get off the streets. And come to find out, they just built, I think it was a $4 or $5 million facility, and nobody wants it. Nobody wants to go in it. They're sitting there mostly vacant because nobody wants to use that shit. So if you have a facility, and what's that? What did we learn from Field of Dreams? If you build it, they will come. That's not Kevin Costner, because the facility is there. The facility is there to be filled, but people enjoy the lifestyle. People enjoy, not all homeless people, but most of them enjoy the street lifestyle, the no working, the no rules, just doing their thing, being on dope, being whatever their drug of choice is, alcohol, heroin, meth, whatever the fuck. They like that lifestyle. A lot of them are young. And I worked downtown for 13 years. So I saw, and granted, it was just a homeless people in my area, but, homeless is homeless is homeless. And these homeless people came from a lot of areas. See, a lot of these big cities would give these people tickets to get them out of there. So, like, if you were up in the Bay Area, San Francisco or something, they give you a ticket to come down to Monterey and get the fuck out of their hair. But a lot of them are young. A lot of them are working age. A lot of them are what you would call war age individuals. Some of them came from families with money, but they just wanted to live on the streets. They like the allure of not having rules. Fine. But you can't be on the street fucking with people. You can't be mentally unstable on the streets fucking with people, on drugs. Okay, homeless people don't have their bindle and their stick waiting for the next train car to fall asleep in to go to their next city. These people have mental issues plus drugs sometimes. We shouldn't have to deal with that walking around in the world trying to live our lives and spend time with our families and do what we want to do. They have to do something about that. I haven't read a lot about it, but I do know that back, I think when Reagan was in, it was in a lot of these mental health facilities, these insane asylums, whatever you want to call them, were shut down. They need to be opened back up. These people need to be taken off of the streets and given care or whatever. Get them out of here. How many people got to get knocked out by homeless people? How many people got to get pushed in front of trains and accosted and assaulted, verbally or otherwise? How many stores got to be walked into and walked out of with shit they didn't pay for? Hello, taxpayer, remember me, voter? I don't give a shit. But in every case, it's not just the city doesn't have the money or the county or whatever the situation may be. In a lot of cases, they don't want it. When the sweet and sour sniffles kicked off and they shut everything down, they mandated hotels in San Francisco to take in X amount of homeless people. Now, of course, they want you to think that when these homeless people come off the street and they step across the threshold into that 3, 4, 5-star hotel, that, all right, let's see. Oh, got the rules there. All right, no drugs, none of this, none of that, no paraphernalia. I'm a new man. No, when they walked in there, they brought the drugs, they brought the streets with them. Yeah, motherfuckers cooking drugs in rooms, being high, setting fires and shit, falling asleep with cigarettes. What do you mean? Just because you give them a facility, they're going to change? No, people have to want to. And I've had drug addicts in my family, and I've seen how low people will go. Places that you may not go. Maybe their bottom is way past yours, but people's capacity for fucking themselves up and the people around them for drugs and or alcohol is mind-blowing. So if these people don't want to go, and they're not going to stay out of people's way and be kind to other members of society, then you got to get the fuck out of here. And also the people with the mental issues, it's not fair to us for them to be living on the street like that. And it's not fair to them. It's not fair to them to be living on the street like that. Don't you think they deserve to have a warm, clean place to sleep and maybe try to quench some of the voices in their head? Try to silence some of them? I don't know. Just trying to look out for them too. Let's see. Let's go to some comments, shall we? Misanthropic one, holler back. You've been hollered at. Guitar dude, 777. What's up, man? He was always sending me good emails. I appreciate it. Let's see. Kent, what's up, man? You the man. I'm not the man. You the man. How can I be the man when you are? Candy Bruns. I almost read that differently. Oh, let me find Candy's comment. All right, hold on, Candy. Hold on. Let's see. All right. Candy says that's why we stopped the border. We slowed it down because of a lot of them were coming over. Yeah, the drug cartels. That shit's crazy. Yeah, the border. That's a whole nother thing that they don't give a shit about. And there's only a matter of time until the cartels are going to be spilling over into these border towns and shit. Because why not? Who's stopping them? Why not creep into our border? Why not? The people there are hamstrung from doing anything about it. If they're even there, they probably moved them out of the way so they don't don't impede their progress over the border. Who knows? That brings a whole nother load of dangers. I'm telling you, you take one National Guard Army unit or battalion, whatever that is. I was in the Navy. I don't know about all that stuff. One battalion, one brigade, whatever, one group. Put them on the border. It's a wrap. I don't give a damn how many gold-plated AK-47s you got, El Chapo or whoever. You aren't fucking with a U.S. military unit. Period. It's not happening. Daryl Howland says, I want my free crack pipe and Parmesan. I'll just take the Parmesan cheese, man. keep that Biden crack pie. He probably put his mouth on it first before he sent it out to people. That's right, Rachel S. United we stand, divided we fall. You damn right. And we can only be divided from the inside. That's the fucked up part. We can only do it to ourselves or have it done to us by those we're supposed to trust. KC Stewie, deuce 4. But they definitely should put our money back into our country. You damn right. Why doesn't it come here first? I could give you 10 countries right now we should cut off because they ain't shit. Or they're about some fucked up shit that we claim to not be about here, but we support it. Like getting back in bed or getting oil from Saudi Arabia and Venezuela and Iran? What the fuck is going? How are you going to take oil from countries like that with leaders and dictators like that when we have our own? Man, my 6-year-old could figure this shit out. Drew 2 trapped. I like that. That Maine, right? MN? Be well, sir. You be well too. Appreciate it. Baron Von Balls. Love it. Hey, at Jericho Green, what is your plan for the new live podcast? That's a good question, man. Let me talk to my people. And are you going to eventually have guests and stuff like that? Just curious. Loving the live so far. Thank you. You know what? I thought about that, man, and I will. I guess I will if it strikes me. I like doing my thing because when you're interviewing somebody, your live goes differently. You know, when I was at the radio, working at a radio station for like 5 years, and I did some interviews and stuff, and it's just different. You know, the questions and stuff, and you have somebody else in there, so the pace of the conversation, the cadence, not talking over each other. So there's a lot of things that go into it. It can be done. Maybe what I really need to do is master the computer better. That's what I really need to do. I need to get the flow of a live stream down first, get it to be second nature, and then I'll probably do that because that's another thing. I don't want to bring somebody into some fucked up, still learning situation. If you invite somebody onto your platform, you need to be ready to roll. So as soon as I'm ready to do that, I just might. I'm not against it. I've been on other people's live streams, so I really appreciate it. The One True Whisper, what's up, brother? What's up, man? Cost of living, that's what's up. Guitar Dude, 777. That beta male Newsom even apologized to the criminals for calling them criminals. Yeah, he's 100% grade A organic farm raised bitch. That's what he is. He's the mirror image of Trudeau. Basically, if you slick Trudeau's hair back and made his voice raspy, he's Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom. And I really think the reason Gavin Newsom's voice is raspy is because the temperatures in hell where he visits Nancy Pelosi are so high that it scorches his vocal cords. I believe that shit. Shady lady. If you're here with me, you ain't that shady. Okay, yes, it was Reagan who shut down the mental institutions. I thought so. Very much. Yeah, Reagan was a good president. He was a great president, but that's one of the things he really fucked us on. Illegals are the new Antifa. Rachel, you might be right. Candy again. Yes, we're the ones paying for everything. That's what Trump was doing. If you are taking my money, cool. If I got it to spend, take it. But what am I getting for my money? Okay, what am I getting for this money you're taking? If we're joining all these accords and these groups and NATO and the Paris Accord and the Iran, all that shit, the Iran deal, if we're paying the lion's share, then we get the lion's share. We should be able to tell what goes on in that group or that organization, whatever the fuck, since we're paying the most. Now, if you want to just take my money and not let me have the influence or whatever, no, kiss my ass, and I'm taking my money back. And if this is a community thing like NATO, then we all need to pitch in equally. Because without us, a lot of these countries would be overrun in 20 minutes. Believe that. Not every country has a strong military. There are countries that don't have a military. We are their military. So if we're providing that protection for you, we're providing that safety for you, then we need something in return. That's all. If you can't meet our terms, then fuck off and get somebody else. Period. Todd, he says, do a collabo with Kevin's Corner. You guys will be off the chain. I've followed that dude for a while. I don't really know him enough to know if I'd even want to do that. But if he's cool, or he wants to have me on there, let's go. Okay. And Pecan Pie says, I agree. There needs to be some care options for the mentally ill folks. It's inhumane. Yeah, it's fucked up. They're living in squalor and filth, and they need to be in a facility somewhere being taken care of. And God forbid you make it a better place for us out there in the world. Oh, I know. Unthinkable. CB says, hey, Jericho, and good evening, folks from FEMA Region 4, Nashville, Tennessee. Oh, man. All right, let's do some of these super chats. Fucking super chats, man. I want a super loaded. Check out my fucking baby, man. Bro, how violent was that movie? I remember seeing that for the first time. That opening scene, I was like, what the fuck is this? That shit was great. Okay. Oh man, hold on. See, this is why I need to get better at this before I start having people on here. Because okay, one. All right, Black Star, well, a great hip hop group, by the way. Potato Joe stole the rest of my super chat. I'm sorry, Black Star. He stole that shit and put it in Hunter's legal fund. Ain't that fucked up? He straight took your super chat. Nothing safe from those bastards. Jeez. That is terrible. Terrible. That's terrible. Terrible. All right. Bob K, MIT. He says, picture this. Newsom runs against Trump Jr. in 2024. Why is that funny? Newsom was married to Jr.'s current girlfriend, Kimberly Guilfoyle. That's true. That would be funny as fuck. It would. Funny for, I don't know how funny it'd be for us. Only if Junior won. If Junior won, yeah, that'd be fucking hilarious. Let's see. Liberally incompetent. Once again, thank you. Thank you. So, says Sniffy Joe is such a warmonger. The second he got in office, he's been picking fights with everyone. Yeah, that's true. And that's how they painted Trump. Trump was supposed to be this dumb frat boy who didn't know how to be, he didn't know the etiquette of the world stage, that he was just his brashness was going to get us into a war. And you can't tweet Kim Jong-un like that. This is going to be, calling Rocket Man and shit. This is going to be it. And then turns out, oh, damn, he didn't know what he was talking about. He does know how to deal with these dictator types. He did put that fool in his place. He did step in the DMZ and shake hands and have the North and South meeting up and all this shit. That's what they said he was supposed to be. That's how they do it. Trump's a racist, but they're the racist. Trump's sexist, but they're sexist. Trump grabs women by the vagina, but then you got that girl Tara Reid saying that Bidenis Pervertis stuck his old shaky finger in her clam to the second knuckle. So which one is it, you fuckers? They're the ones doing all the bad shit, blaming it on everybody else. Okay. Douglas B. I'm going to say Douglas B because I don't want to butcher your last name, but thank you very much. Good damn evening, Americans. That's right. Jericho Green is here with us once again. Love your content, Jericho. You tell it like it is. We need more patriots like you. Well, thank you very much. And I think there are a lot of patriots like me, like us. I think somehow, some way, and please let me know if you guys know. I don't know how these jackasses got the loudest bullhorn and the tallest soapbox to stand on and have their voices heard over all of ours, but I think there are definitely more of us than them, and the pendulum will swing the other way. We can't wallow in this fucking craziness that long. Eventually, the shit has to stop. We're gonna have to get them from fucking with our kids and focusing on our children, selling our future down the river to China, and all that other type of weird shit they're trying to do. So eventually, it will swing. Eventually, we're gonna do something about this bullshit. Honeycut L. St. Louis Mo reporting for duty. Come on in, fall in. Fall in, St. Louis. Spun Bearing 65, UAE won't take Brandon's calls. Would you take that fool's call? You see what happened the last time he took somebody's call? Dude said, let's go Brandon, right to his face. And he was like, oh, yeah, he's right. I wouldn't take that motherfucker's call either. You cost me enough money. Now I got to pay for a phone call. And what are you going to say when I pick up the phone? A bunch of incoherent gibberish that nobody's going to fucking understand but you and your speech therapist? Fuck out of here, man. Angel, no effort. A says, so glad I caught a live. Keep them coming. Rally. We the people, sir. That's right. That reminds me of some of my new merch. And not to plug myself, but it does remind me that I have some new merch and it says we the people. And it's written in cursive, just like it is on the Constitution. But, or I'm sorry, the Declaration of Independence. But it says we the people. And then underneath it says are smarter. We are. We are much. I've said this before, and I really mean it, guys. It's human nature. You get enamored and lost in their titles and hey, get back the Secret Service and the squiggly earpieces in their offices. I went to the state capitol in Sacramento a couple of years ago, and just to see the opulence of that building, inside the woodwork and the craftsmanship and the gaudy chandelier. I mean, it looks like our version of the Sistine Chapel. These are supposed to be public servants. So we get lost in that. We think that we can't question them or we shouldn't say that to them. Fuck them. They've shown fuck us, so fuck them. We are their boss. I know they got money and fancy shit. That's our money that they're spending. That's our fancy shit. These people are garbage and they need to be held accountable, and we have the opportunity. I hope we take it. I really do hope we take it. Midterms, fuck these people, man. They certainly had us bent over the barrel long enough. And like I said, they don't even spit on it. Let's see. Man of the tunes. Like the trucker convoys, our lives need to be taken back by individuals grouping together. You damn right. Commonly called a community. Imagine that. Playground of Sound says beta. Yep. Let's see. Let's get a couple more supers in this bitch. Super chas. The super chas. Okay. B-Dub. Same B-Dub. This must not be the B-Dub I was thinking of last time, because I'm sure he would have shot me a text message. But love the name. Thanks for the super chat, B-Dub. With this Hunter laptop thing coming to light, I am disturbed by how mainstream media, or as I call the mainstream mediocres, gets away with this. Do you actually think more people are waking up? That's tough to say, man. That's tough to say because unfortunately it's not reflected in the bullshit we see in the mainstream mediocres every day. But I sure hope so. And if they are, let's go. Because the shit is getting bad quick. It's always easier to destroy than build. So, I mean, they're definitely doing their best to destroy, and we have to do our best at stopping that shit. But the powers that be, the loudest voices out there, I want a light shined on every part of that laptop, because remember there were talks of pictures of underage girls and shit in there too. And if that's the case, now we got to start talking about somebody possibly having their light snuffed out, because you can't be doing that. You can't be taking advantage of children and robbing them of their innocence and doing those sick, disgusting things to them. So if that's the case, then we need to find a wood chipper big enough for him to be tossed in, because that's what those kind of people deserve. So, period. But they better shine a light on all that bullshit. I want to know everything that weirdo was doing. More importantly, everything that his dad and him were doing as far as business dealings over there, because they sure are jumping to Ukraine's aid, and I don't think it's out of the goodness of their fucking heart. They don't have heart. You know what they have? They have the Grinch heart. Remember, they showed inside of his heart, and it was this little tiny thing, this little gnarled, crusty, looked like a piece of coal, barely beating. That's their hearts. And their hearts only beat for themselves and their interests. Cocksuckers. Derek Smith, they gave Russia all the power, then they attacked Ukraine. Nice going. Yeah. Not only did they give him the power, they gave him the go-ahead. When you put a weak weenie like that, when you put a wet paper towel version of a politician in there like him, how easy is it to poke through a wet paper towel? That's what we got. So, of course, a dictator like that, he smells the blood in the damn water. There's probably more blood than water. So, hell yeah, he's going to do that shit. There's no coincidence he didn't pull that bullshit in 4 years when Trump was in there. He knew what the fuck was up. He knew if Trump lost, this idiot was going to be there, and it was open season on whoever he wanted. Man, please. Dave Lovelace. Reminds me of the villain from Wild Wild West. Thank you, David. Says, when's the book coming out? Shipmate, go Navy. You damn right, David. Go Navy. Smooth sailing. Hoorah. That's a good question, man. I've talked to my brother a few times about writing a book, and I think I would definitely need his help because a real pivotal part, like it is for all of us, real pivotal part of my life was my upbringing and my parents and shit. And me and my brother got some stories to tell. So, hey, man, that's definitely on in the back of my mind. I definitely want to do that, but exactly when, I don't know. But until I do, you just enjoy being a Navy veteran, best one out there. All right. White Run Guard says, well, before that, thank you. As a former, as a former Fresno, California trucker, I've been watching you since 2017. I just wanted to say, God bless you and all the greens. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for making it so when I go into a store to buy something, whatever you deliver, it's there, or you're delivering something to make my world work and make my world work better. So thank you. Be careful out there. People stop cutting off truck drivers and shit. Don't think they're big and slow. They move fast too. But yeah, man, thank you. In Fresno, I'm telling you, people, when you open up your crisper or you look in your fruit bowl or you like your favorite nuts, all that kind of shit, it comes from the Central Valley. And don't get it twisted. All of California is not a bunch of lost granola-headed dirt fuckers. I guarantee you, just like my man right here who works hard. And I wish people could go to the Central Valley and see the billboards and see the anti-Biden and when Obama was in there and shit. Man, these fucking people play that shit. Not all California is lost, believe me. Okay. A couple more, then we'll go into just a question, try to get into another topic. James Knight, my father was a Navy vet. Good dude. Good dude. You want to travel and bounce around and see a bunch of places in a short amount of time? Take your ass to the Navy. They'll handle it for you. Atomic Tabasco, congratulations on your live stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Only my second one. I've been on all this time. Was there a bit of fear of doing a live stream? For sure, but I think we've conquered it. My first one popped that cherry. I'm good to go. Stephen H says, dude, you are fucking funny as hell. Watch you all the time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. One says, excuse me. If the government works for us, the people, why can't we, the people, take the government back? Great question, man. How would we want to do that? I would recommend voting their asses out, number one, come midterms. And if we don't do it, you're right. It's our fault. Who else are we going to blame? What more evidence do we need that these people are fucked and don't care about us? Let me know. James Henley said, 13.6 billion to Ukraine. You had 8,500 troops lined up on their border to protect, or Poland's border to protect their border, but you won't put 1% of those troops on our border, our own border. You do realize that our border is more important than theirs. So they were willing to put 8,500 troops on Poland's border, but like my dad would say, nair one on our border. So it's not what you say, it's what you do. And you ain't doing shit for us. You talking a good game for them, dreamers and all that bullshit. What about our dreams? I hate this false narrative, this lie that because somebody comes from another country, they're harder working than American people. That don't make no fucking sense. Did you know that hardworking American people are the ones that built us up to something that the rest of the world wants? Hardworking Americans are the ones that built this fucking beacon to the world. You don't have a monopoly on hard work because you're not from America. Fuck that. We got hard workers here too. We built something that you risk your life for. So I don't want to hear that shit. Work hard at me. Or they love their family more than we love ours. They're just here for a better life. What do you think I want? I want a better life for my kids too. MJ says, they created that bullhorn while our generation was developing. Now all they fear is all they fear is us that was reciting the Pledge of Allegiance every morning when we went to school. I will tell you this, MJ, one thing I'm proud of, my son and daughter still say the Pledge of Allegiance in school every morning. I got a video of my daughter. She was 5 years old. It was the 4th of July. She was standing on our back porch waving a flag saying the Pledge of Allegiance. So, I got to crack a window. It's getting dusty. Dusty in here. Let me take a drink. I got a little dust in here. All right. B-Dub, again, thank you. $5, he says, here's a half gallon of gas. Hey, isn't this the mall? I mean, I love those stickers that say, I did that. That's just too funny. Shout out to my man DJ. He gave me a bunch of those. Man, I was sticking those motherfuckers everywhere. But did you see on CNN or something? They're saying, yeah, people are sticking these stickers on there. That's wrong. That's a lie. Shut the fuck up. People wouldn't be sticking them up there if it was a lie. See, liberally incompetent. Again, thank you. A frequent flyer. Can we beat Grandpa Joe, sir? Oh, man, if only. It wouldn't take much. You hit that motherfucker, and dust and sand will come out. The sands of time will come pouring out. That old bastard. He's so old, his memories are in black and white. All right, let's see. Make sure I got these super chatty chats out of there. All right, cool. So, oh shit! How could I forget about this? Womanhood is dead. R.I.P. Rest in peace, ladies. Because they are doing everything they can to stomp out any sign that you ever existed. Okay? 2 things. What's her name? Rachel Levine. Yes, the head of the health department in this country, the highest ranking health department. Oh, Smokey, thank you, Mr. Green, thank you. Yeah, the dude swimmer, Jim Adams, I'm getting there. So Rachel Levine was voted or named or whatever as USA Today's, the newspaper, USA Today's Woman of the Year. Woman of the Year. Now, I know the name might throw you, Rachel Levine. That's the woman's name. So it makes sense. But no, Rachel Levine is the first openly transgender, blah, 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 whatever in a cabinet ever. Because, of course, it's all about diversity of appearance, not diversity of thought. And it's all about checking those marks, checking those boxes, not most qualified, best at the job, but do they fit the narrative that I'm trying to push? And that's when Trump was talking about naming Coney Barrett because he wanted to put a woman in there. I don't like that kind of language. I don't want somebody in there because of what they have downstairs. We need to worry about what they have upstairs. Okay, don't go to not the basement, the top floor. Okay, we need to make sure that they're qualified for the job. Everything else, whatever, everything else doesn't even matter. But they need to be qualified. And of course, he picked that fool because he was part of the Ku Klux Trans. So they were named Woman of the Year. How can you be Woman of the Year if you have a dick? I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense. Women don't have dicks. So if you have a dick, you can't be a woman. Do they serve sushi at barbecue joints? No, they serve barbecue there because it's a barbecue joint. So you're going to have the sushi restaurant from across the street come over there, bring a sushi roll, and win best smoked brisket. Is that what we're doing? That's what they're doing. You can't be Woman of the Year if you don't got woman parts. This is not a woman part. This is your brain, and this is what you think. This is not a woman part. Being a woman is not a feeling. It's not an essence. It's a clam in some bits and the right chromosomes. That's what it is. Bone structure. That dude, Matt Walsh, who was on Dr. Phil talking to the two members of the Ku Klux Klans, he said, when they dig your ass up in 1,000 years, they're not going to say, here was a transgender person. They're going to go off your hips and shit and say, this was a woman. Because that's how we identify each other. But Rachel Levine is USA Today's Woman of the Year. That means if he got that spot, a real woman got bumped. Fuck you, ladies. And Leah Thomas, that's right, just won the first transgender member of the Ku Klux Klans to win an NCAA championship. How does that, like, how does he not have drag? Because you know, you got that thing hanging down the middle. Doesn't that create drag? But I guess his superior muscle mass must make up for that. And don't forget, people, he's not gay. He likes ladies. So wait a minute. He gets to identify as a woman and be in the locker room with a bunch of naked women. I guess he won. Because we've been spent our whole adolescence trying to get in the woman's locker room. We had it all wrong. All we had to do was do, what was that TV show with Tom Hanks and his buddy, and they lived in that woman's boarding house and some shit. That's all we had to do, and they would have opened the doors for us. Man, this is some sick shit. This dude won a women's swim cup. He beat an Olympic athlete. So you're telling me, let me get this straight, something that's based on strength was won by somebody with the most strength. What the fuck? Where are the feminists? Where are all you buzz haircut mean bitches? Where are the feminists? You have nothing else to do. You have nothing else to focus on. Your gender pay gap's a bunch of bullshit. So why don't you focus on this? Why don't you stand up for women? Believe all women. Where are you? Roll your damn sleeves up, get your angry, bitter ass in there, and help these ladies. Because they're being snuffed out by men. The patriarchy, right? Fucking patriarchy. Well, here it is. They're not serious. They don't want it. Here's your boogeyman. Nope, they don't want it. They don't say shit. They are quiet as a dead church mouse. Leah Thomas. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't Leah. What the fuck? Man, this shit is... Hey, but there is one good thing, though. Porter 4213, what's up? Yes, Donald is evil and sick. But one good thing is when he got up there, he got booed. So that's good. Hope the tide is turning. And what happened to that girl from what college was that? The kicker, where she was out there doing those subpar kicks, kicking less than half the distance as her male counterparts. What happened to her? Nothing. Quiet. They're done with her. They squeezed the juice from that weird fruit. Now they're finished. I thought she was supposed to be the next big thing. What? How come she's not starting on varsity? Man, James Henley, what up? Thank you again. There's all the military planes, tanks, and soldiers we were sending overseas, along with all the fuel that it takes to fly those planes, drive those tanks. The soldiers for their camps and vehicles, our reserves are being drained by FJB. That's right. Even though we have more oil reserves than all the other oil producing countries put together, somehow he found a way to fuck that up. Murphy Udix? Man, I'm not even going to try. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, thank you very much for the super chat. He says, keep on, keep it on. I have no choice, man. Like I said, I try to be done with them. They won't let me. Every time I try to get out, they pull me back in. Yeah, Rachel feels like a woman, but she's not. I feel tired, but I still got to fucking get up and handle my kids. So, feelings, though. Feelings. Freaking Krang, what's up? Thank you again. I said, I think my other super chat was skipped. Well, not this one, freaking Krang. I got you. And as a matter of fact, I think I might have skipped one, but I do remember reading your name last time. But if I did forget, I apologize. Tony Montana, that's right. That's right, Tony. How can you be a woman if you have a dick, man? Good question. I keep the only reason I keep one reason that I keep the question simple, I keep them simple for me. And it's a very simple question. How can you be a woman if you got if you have twigs and berries? I'm just saying the left says that the left is just trying to destroy the nuclear family from all angles. That's job one. That is job number one. Destroy nuclear family. Destroy your support system. What does an abusive person do first to their victim? They separate them from the support unit, that's their support system, that's going to tell them to get the fuck out of there, and they don't deserve that. That's what they do. That's what they're doing to us. Gangs. Who do they target? Kids from the broken homes with nobody there to tell them otherwise. This is just a big gang recruitment. Sean, 12, 10. Thank you very much. So love your channel, Jericho. You're opening up people's eyes. We appreciate you. And I appreciate you as well. Because if you weren't here, talking to a computer screen. Thank you very much. Guitar Dude 777 says, dude, look like a lady. That's no lady I want to see. Holy shit. And why do they always look so bad? Somebody tell me that. Why do they always look so bad? Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles can see that that's a fucking dude in a wig. God, they look crazy. They look nuttier than squirrel shit. And we give these people top positions. There was a time when we'd laugh at people like that. There was a time when they would do that shit at home, not at work. What the fuck? Chile. Public school. Okay. But anyway, she says, he is from PA. That's right. That's your boy. Moved his mom out of a nursing. That's right, to get away from the sweet and sour snipples. I remember that shit. They were putting cases in PA nursing homes. Disgusting. Sure is. That's part of the Cuomo legacy, throwing all those sick people in there with the fucking old people. Let's see, who's going to have the worst chances of fighting off a disease, especially a new one? Man, I know that. You know that. How the fuck do they not? Rachel S. says, Rachel stole. Yeah, sure did. Sorry. Fuck that one up for all the Rachels. That's right. Oscar Gonzalez, Man of the Year. That's what it should have been. Should have been whoa, Man of the Year. Like, whoa, that's a big bulge you got there, lady. Yep, puke emojis. You're right, 11. Tammy Hunsberger says, I'm sick and that thing came out of my state. You know, I got Gavin Newsom. So, we all got our turds that come out of our state. Tatface NYC says white people are under attack. And that's a damn shame, because to say that, they were, racist, or they racist to us, or they did it to us first, so now it's our chance to get back at them. That's juvenile. That's fucked up, and that's no way to move forward. And all white people didn't do shit. You start getting into the numbers of slavery and all that shit. There were very few white people that owned slaves. What is it, like 5%? There were black people that owned slaves, Indians, all kinds. Everybody does. But to attack a group like that is fucked up. And racism is racism. I don't give a damn what race the person is. Racism is racism. So if you're going to sit there and say it's okay to talk about white people and treat them like shit, but not anybody else, then you're saying that white people are stronger, better, or superior to other races. Dumbasses. So which one is it? Are white people racist, or are they not? Because you're the ones who's racist. Are white people white supremacists? Because you're the one saying that they're supreme, that they're better than everybody because they can take this kind of heat and nobody else can. Get your shit together. James Henley, thank you again, says, what about the diary that had stories of Creepy Joe in the shower with his daughter, doing Biden things when she was the ripe age? He likes them. He likes them at. Yeah. That's sick shit, man. And if that's what happened, then the shit needs to come out. And if the shit comes out and it's true, it needs to be punished accordingly. That's all these people understand is punishment, losing their power, losing their freedom. That's all they understand. Just like a bully. All a bully understands is getting their ass whooped. You can't talk sense into him. You got to beat it into him. Period. Guitar Dude, 777. They're making the Dante Wright Memorial permanent. I saw that shit. His mom and shit was crying. They were going to take it down. And that's part of the problem. uplifting and championing people like that. That fool, I mean, worst mistake ever for her to pull her gun instead of her taser. But he put that cop in that position. He's not, his own blood is on his hands. You can't get in your car reaching for shit with a cop. From what they know, that shit ends badly. Somebody usually comes out with a gun or a different kind of weapon to harm them. So what did you think she was going to do? He was a little thug. That was the kind of circles he fucking ran in. That's what happens. My parents always told me those kind of people only, their life ends one of two ways: dead or in jail. He put himself in that. He put himself on a collision course with that accident with that cop. Period. Dougie Harris says, Jericho, you should put out a greatest hits video of your impersonations. I might do that, man. I might holler at somebody to put together like a little, what do they call that? A super cut of the impressions, man. That'd be tight. That'd be tight. There's a few of them. Hey, you know, they set them up. I knock them down. JR, thank you. Let's talk about Young Thug's baby mama killed over a bowling ball. You know what? I saw that. I didn't read the story, but damn, you know, that's up over a bowling ball. I mean, I assume it was like an argument or something like that. But yeah, that's terrible. You know, I didn't read the story, so I can't really speak on it. But yeah, that's fucked up. James Novara. Hold on, let me get back to it. Here we go. Yo, Jericho, been watching a year and a half now and still can't get enough. Keep up the great work. Mad support from Auckland, New Zealand. Crikey! I don't know the difference between New Zealand and Australia, so I'm just going to go with Australia. But I appreciate that, man. Good looking out. You guys going through it down there in Australia, New Zealand with these fucking sweet and sour sniffles, mandates, or whatever they're doing down there, man. Don't let those fuckers beat you. Don't. But I appreciate the love from all the way. What time is it there? If you could, I mean, I'm sure I could Google it, but I like to interact with humans when I can. But James, what time is it in New Zealand? Right? Look at the sores of that. Look at the sores of that big eye on that crocodile. Oh shit! But yeah, it's a lot of shit going on. But this time next week, when I do my live stream, are we gonna be at war with Russia? Is Russia gonna be out of fuel, out of gas, literally? Where will our gas prices be? And I've been purposely letting my tank run down because I'm going to go I'll probably be ready for it tomorrow, Sunday at the latest. But I'm going to go down there and I'm going to do a video filling up my tank and see how much it is now because, shit, a year ago, yeah, just over a year ago, maybe a year and a half, it cost like $75 to fill up my truck. And then after Biden got in office, it jumped to 105. And this latest hike in gas prices, I haven't filled up yet from empty. I usually like to get, half tank and fill it up, but I let it go all the way down to empty just to see how much it's going to cost me now. Shout out to my man, Christian. He said it cost him $145 to fill up his truck. And I think he has a Denali. So yeah, $145. I'll see if I can match or beat that. I don't want to, but we'll see what the fuck happens. And do not be surprised if next week our gas prices are much higher and we are in a much worse state than we are now. But my boy, Junior, he has his first sorry. He has his first T-ball game tomorrow, so we got to get up early. We got to get ready to go. I'm going to iron his little uniform, have it all laid out. He's excited. I can't wait. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the super chats. I believe I got them. Thank you for everybody who took the time to listen, to write questions or comments, to big up me in the comment section, been watching me for a while, liking what I do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do not forget, catch me on Spotify, Rumble, Recoil TV, all green gear, including my new design. Shout out to Ash Bones. But all my new designs, promo code 1984 to get 20% off. Thank you very much, guys. Again, we will be here next week. I'm not sure what time. I'm trying to feel it out and get a good time that coincides with the night routine with my kids and stuff, dinner and all that, and being here to be with you guys. So I will get that shit figured out. It will be next Friday. I'm going to do it every Friday, but I'll let you know all the details of times and all that bullshit. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.